Hello beautiful peeps, thank you for joining me. I just want to move some stuff out the way. Okay, I'm going to make an album today, just a basic album if you'd like to follow on with me. So easy. And I will do my best to add up all the sheets of paper that I use as I go so that I can put a list down for you. Okay, firstly, let's go to our chipboard firstly. Okay, this can be called chipboard in the US, greyboard in the United Kingdom, and boxboard here in Australia. This one is 900 GSM, which was grams per square meter, and the width of this is 1.5 millimeters, and I am just using A5. It came in A5 and I'm not trimming it at all, so we are going for A5. And my measurement for that, oops, is 8 1/4 by 5 13/16. Now if you're going to follow me and do my measurements, that'd be good if you've got the same board. If you've got a different thickness of board, then please do your own measuring. And you could, if you wanted, if 13/16 is just a little bit too much to wrap your head around, which it was for me when I first started looking into those tiny increments, you could trim this down to 5 3/4. But I'm just going to leave it at the total A5 size. And then for my spine is 8 1/4, and I'm going for a 2.5 inch spine here. Okay, that's that. To cover, I am using 176 GSM white cardstock from Frenchville. I think that might be £35. I'm not sure, so I'm not going to stake my life on that in case you come back and haunt me. And also for our pages, I am using a, just write it down here, 300 GSM white cardstock. So, not quite sure how many sheets I've got left in here. Certainly not 40 because I've used a lot. So I will count them up as I use them so you know how many to use. And these are A4 size. Frenchvilles are 12 by 12. Okay, so what I've done here is confused myself. Okay, to cover the back and the front, I'm using the Frenchville 176 GSM, and I have cut two at 7 3/4 by 10 1/4. Two of them, the front and back. Then to save on cardstock, I joined these two together because I needed a piece that was 6 inches across by 8 1/8, and it wasn't quite 6 inches, quite substantially less, and it's still not quite 6 inches, but it'll do for me. It's 5 3/4 inches, and this is for the spine. So the spine is 10 1/4 by 6, and let's just have a look at 10 1/4 by 6. Let me just put spine there. Okay, and these pieces that I cut off, don't throw them away, because they will be used for pockets or little concertina booklets. They will all be used. Nothing will go to waste. Even this thin piece here will go for, when making a box, it will go for a hinge. So keep it all. Okay, now for the actual, oh hang on, what did I do with that? Oh no, it's alright. I thought I'd cut something else out, but I hadn't. Our actual hinge, which is going to hold our papers, is 8 inches by 8 inches. So grab your scoring board. Now I scored at 1 1/4 down there, and then I turned it completely round and scored 1 1/4 again there, so it's on opposite sides. And from there I scored at 2 inches, then 2 1/2, 3 inches, 3 1/2, 4 inches, 4 1/2, 5 inches, 5 1/2, and 6 inches. So you have a 1 1/4 there, and then you have a 3/4, and then all these 1/2 inch increments, and then you've got 3/4 and 1 1/4. Okay, and that is that. Oops. So let's start by covering the front and back. Okay. Oh, I'm also using double-sided tape and glue, and my glue is, as you know, art glitter glue. It's my favourite. I'm just going to fill up this little bottle. That's where I get a bit low. You can see I've got a band-aid. I think I might take it off. I was cutting something and I cut my finger with a tiny pair of scissors. Oops, 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 no, no. Oop. Okay. We've got plenty of glue to be going on with there. Got an old rag. Okay, first up I am going to put some tape on here. Okay, I know I've got something I can use to cut. The thing is finding it. I'm going to be using the lay flat method, which was created by Tamra of Country Craft Creations. And I'll give her credit for that. And I'll put her link down below. Okay, that's all we need. Now we just grab our bone folder. And we are going to take the backing off. I should have started with an empty rubbish bin here, but I haven't. Last one. I hope everyone has enjoyed their New Year's Eve celebrations and spoken about your plans for the next year. I have a couple of things I know what's happening. Okay, we're going to center this. We should have about an inch all around, but don't be upset if it's slightly off. It doesn't matter. I'm going to turn it over and just smooth all that glue that's there. Don't saturate it with glue, you don't need that much glue. What I like to do is just push that paper in at the sides. Oops. By doing this, you're just letting the paper know that you want it to go around that bend. This is like muscle memory. Okay, and then we go around that way. And that way. So that paper should now, the fibres should be broken, it should be fine. Over each side, increase the size as well. Okay, then we're going to open it and we are going to snip off the corner, but we are going to keep about 1/8 of an inch there. So I'm just going to eyeball it. You could pencil in your line if you want. I'm just going to eyeball it. I've done enough of these that I can pretty much do that. Okay, now back to the tape. Okay, I'm going to put some tape on the outside there. On all sides. Just a straight piece, we're not going around the corners or the edges. I'm using 12mm. Yep, 12mm or 1/2 inch tape. And now I'm going to be putting some 1/4 inch tape around the edge of our box board. Sticky glue on me. And cut that little piece off. Okay, burnish all those pieces. Now, use our pokey tool. We'll start at one of the long sides, taking off the center pieces first, all the way around. Oops. Okay, take this off. Now we're going to put some glue in that crease there, right up to the edge, right up to the edge, plus across where the tape is. Never rely just on the tape, because the tape does not dry, it'll stay wet. And you really want your pages to dry. Now that one didn't go over as well as I had liked. Tuck that little bit in at the end on both sides. You can see here I have missed just a tiny fraction. You can hardly see it. You can hardly see it, but I can see it. And I think it's going to happen on this one too. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. It is very important to do that, a little 1/8 of an inch. Okay, let's see how we go. That one looks good. And that one looks good. So set that aside, and we will go with the second one. Let's get some of this taken away. Okay, tape again. There you are. Look how dirty that is from glue. Look at it, shocking. And off comes the backing. At some stage I think I'm going to have to go and empty my bin so I can fill it up again. Okay, let's put some glue on all those pieces of tape. It looks okay to me. I've been known to be wrong many times. Okay. I have found that you can use 200 GSM for covering an album. I wouldn't go any higher than that. Depends on the quality and brand of paper or cardstock you're using. So it's just basically experimenting. I do like the Frenchville. You can get it in black and the craft as well. Okay, turn us over. It's a little bit short of an inch, that one. I don't know. Sometimes the eye does deceive. we've got a 28-degree day today. That's Celsius, so it's quite warm. I don't like it any warmer than this. Burnishing. Never ever forget to burnish. So that pushes the glue into the fibres of the paper. I'm sure you will know that by now. Okay, let's take off the narrow tape. Whoops. A little bit overflow of the glue. And just push that little bit in. And here as well. Remove the tape, backing, and go ahead with the glue. Okay, that is our front, our back, doesn't matter which is which. Okay, let's do the spine, and the spine is done a bit differently if you're doing the lay flat method. we're still going to put tape and glue on. And again with the glue. Okay, I'm centering that as best I can. Hopefully that fold is not going to be a problem. We shall see, we shall see. Well, it seems alright at the moment. Okay, I'm just going to fold the top and the bottom. Oh, I may as well fold that as well, because I've got to use those creases. Okay, so now I'm going to take off this little oblong on both sides. Sometimes it's a bit difficult to see. Yeah, I could have come over here a bit. We are fine, we're fine. I'm going to take just a little bit off here because I'd rather it was equal. I'll just go with 3.5 centimeters. 3.5 centimeters. Blade and just trim that bit off. You can use tape and glue for this, but I am just going to use the glue. So we are pulling down the short ends. Having a bit of a senior moment though. Wonder if I'm doing this the right way. Okay, so back to the front. Now we really must push this in gently, slowly, right to the side of the box board, so that on the other side it's flush. You can see that it's almost flush, not quite yet. Okay, that is pretty much flush with the sides. So we take our front and back, let me just snip off a tiny little wedge there. I'll do that on all four sides, just a tiny wedge. You don't want too much gone. It's done already. Okay. So what am I doing? I'm going to use a bit of tape on this wing here, right at the edge. And that's all. Just one. Okay. Now we are going to put glue all over there, right up to, but not over, that little bump there. Right up to it. And then we'll just pop a little bit on the edge. See if I can go straight. Oh, straight and Stella don't go together. Okay. Match up the bottom first, push it into that side there. Flip it over quickly and burnish, burnish, burnish. And that's what we have. So I'm going to turn this round and do the same on this side. It's only a light covering. Okay. I like to put it basically on top and then just slip it down. No, not right there. That's it. Okay. With that beautiful, beautiful spine there. Perfect. Right, let me just clear my bin. So I can put more in it. Okay. Now we are going to cover this piece. Have a look. It's obviously more than 12 inches, so we're going to split it into two. This is 2.5, so we go 1 1/4, 1 1/4. Just put that little line there. Now I want my inner cover to be as close to the edge as possible, maybe a 1/16 of an inch away, you can see there, to make it almost seamless. So I need it at 7 1/8, and let's hope this is going to be the same. That's a little bit bigger. There's my, yeah. Let's go 7 1/8. That's that one. Okay, we will do 7 1/8, and we'll just bring it in just a little bit at the side. No big drama. By 8 1/8. By 8 1/8. So I need 2 at that measurement. Where are we? Oh. This is a pack of 25, by the way. And I'll let you know how many I use. So I want 7 1/8. 7 1/8. So we are going there. So we've only got a 1/16 of an inch around the edges, and we'll put the other one butting up against it. If that works, let's hope that works. Butting up against it. We can take a sliver off this one. So I'm just going to take about a 1/16 of an inch off that, just a hair. Now there's no need to worry about the join in the middle, because the hinge is going to go on top. Okay. What I would like to do, let's just put some tape on it first. I'm going to go all the way around, give it a border of tape. And that's my 7, isn't it? Yeah, that's my 7 and that's my 8. So, what I want to do is put some tape either side of that gap. You've got a tiny gap there between the front and the back and the spine. Oops. Don't take it all the way to the bottom. You want that 1/16 of an inch away from the bottom. Right up to it, but not on that. On both sides. I tell you what, I absolutely love making memory books, photo albums. I call them memory books. But I don't know if there's that much of a market for them in Australia. Certainly not as well as I'd hoped. I've sold a few late last year. Okay, now that's our 7, isn't it? Yeah. And put some more tape. Whoa. First, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to place it where it's going to go, exactly where it's going to go, and then I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm going to run that gently up there, and that's going to tell me that is where that folder is going to be. Okay. using double-sided tape from Couture Creations, which I get from Bev's Cross Crafts in Sprayton in Tasmania. I buy most of my goodies there. And I'm going to go one more in here, I think. Notice I have avoided that crease line. Okay. What's all this? Looks like tobacco. I don't smoke, so I don't know what it is. Okay. I booked myself a little holiday, week or so, up in Queensland in April. I'm so looking forward to catching up with family. One lovely lady I haven't seen for 20 years. So it's going to be fun. And with my baby sister as well. Okay, I've taken all of it off. Let's just get rid of any overhangs. Pretty good to me. Now just gently with your bone folder now you don't need it to go flat over to there. You don't need it to go there. You do need it to go flat this way, so that when you open your album from this position, it will go flat and your pages will go flat. Okay. Shoot, I did take that. I didn't, you know. I didn't take that tape off. Oh my word. Is that going to make a difference? Did I take it off or not? I didn't, but I don't think it's going to make any difference. Hasn't. Whoa. Boo-boo. I can't recall. Senior moment? Or just not thinking? Wow. Right, that is our 7. And that I think is think we might be just a little bit off here. So I'm going to take just a smidgen off. Let's see what it measures. It measures, yeah, just fraction over 7 1/8. So I just want to check off a little bit, see if that's enough. No, not quite enough. Take a little bit more on this side. A little bit more. And I don't think the whole thing is quite straight, but I think it is now. It should be now. Okay, they meet each other. And that, yes, that's better. We've got that, and guess what? We're going to take that tape off. I really don't think I did it on the other one. That's no big deal though. We've got plenty of glue on it. I don't think you need to put so much tape on really, but meh. Just have it as secure as possible, you know. Oops. Yes, don't be careless like I am being. That's the only trouble when you put, oops, lots of tape on. You got to bring lots of backing off. Yep. Okay. That is our folder bit. So we're going to put glue. Making sure I've taken all the tape back in there. Okay. Now these must meet in the middle. And they do. And that is perfect. That is our cover. Done. Now, let's take our hinge piece tell you? I did, didn't I? Where I folded it. Just fold that up. And that one up a bit. Okay, on the second 1/2 inch one, that's where you want to make your mountain. Make your mountain there. And then fold over the valley before it. And after it. So you've got that. Okay, then you've got a valley. And then this next one is another mountain. So we are going to fold over to the valley, and we're going to fold over to that valley. And there I've got 2 pages. And again, that's a valley. And the next score line is the mountain. And now press in the valleys at the bottom of the mountain on both sides. Now we've got 3 pages. So what we need to do now is just flatten it out a bit. I'm going to put some tape just on one side of the inside of the mountain. Doesn't matter if it goes over the inside of the mountain area, as long as it doesn't go over the outside. So in this part here, inside this mountain, another one. And this last mountain. Oh, you probably see me using different bone folders. It doesn't matter what you use. Doesn't matter at all. So take off one backing, and then we are going to press that mountain together. And then we're going to burnish it. And then open it. And burnish. Take the next backing off and fold the mountain, burnish it, fold it over that way, and we are slightly off. We can't be, it must be pretty much level, otherwise your pages are going to be crooked. Let's just see. It looks okay actually. Yep. Okay, so the last one, remove the tape, close the mountain over, and then fold and burnish. Just let them go that way and then bring them this way. Okay, this is, like I said, 8 inches, where the book is 8 1/4. The pages are going to go, let me just demonstrate with a couple of pieces of paper. The pages are going to go over like that, but they're going to go 1/8 of an inch beyond this. You can see that? 1/8 of an inch beyond the hinge, so that it's closer to the edge. Okay, first up, we are going to miter the corner just up to that crease line, not over it, just up to it. And that facilitates the easy positioning of the page. Okay, let's just lay it flat and do some more burnishing. Make sure it is flat. Now we're going to cover this with tape. Are we going to cover that? Yes, we are. You can see I am so not straight, so I'm going to go to the edge here, and then I'll pop a little 1/4 inch one inside. Oops. Oh, arthritis. It just bites me, you know. Not nice. My poor daughter's got it as well, and she's only 47. My baby girl. And we are going to be putting glue on as well. It's never just tape. Just put in some, got some little tiny overhangs, just get rid of them. Some people put less glue than I'm doing, some people put more. It's just up to you. I've got a stand for this one. Okay, I'm placing it so that those score lines on here are just inside those lines there. Whoops. And I think 1/8 of an inch up. It's just inside there. And that looks okay to me. No, it's not. That looks okay. If it's not, whoops, it's too bad. Okay. Now it's probably best to just use the ruler or the bone folder and just fold that over. Just like that. Okay, now that I've made my creases, I'm going to leave it flat until we're ready to put the pages in. At this stage you can decorate the front if you like, but I always like to leave my front decoration till afterwards, because with all the fiddle farting around with, you know, the pages and stuff, I worry that my flowers, etc., might get a little bit, you know, weathered, and I don't want that. I want it to be perfect. Okay. Right. That's going to be it for now. It's my dinner time. Okay, I hope you've kept up so far, and will follow me in the next video where we assemble some pages, and I will give you some more measurements. And we'll see what we create. Thanks very much for being with me. I really appreciate it, and I hope you will make a comment. If you like it, please click like. And if you would like to see more of my videos, please subscribe. That means the world to me that you subscribe. Okay. Thank you very much, and I will see you next time. Be safe and take care of yourselves.